Without a doubt, this is a crucial rally for Donald Trump. Introduced by his wife Melania in a rare public appearance on home turf at Madison Square Garden in New York City.
Kamala, you're fired. Get out, get out. You're fired.
In the final days of the campaign, Kamala Harris zeroing in on the violent rhetoric, asking Americans to visualize what another Trump administration could look like.
It will be him sitting at that desk, stewing over his enemies list. He is full of grievance. He is full of dark language that is about retribution and revenge.
Presidential election polls approaches. With just 3 days remaining, Harris versus Trump neck and neck at Election Day 2024. Until Election Day, the race for the White House between former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris is proving to be intensely competitive. The latest polls highlight a razor-thin margin, keeping voters and analysts on edge. Trump and Harris in a tight national race. National polls offer a glimpse into the overall voter sentiment across the country. Some recent surveys suggest that Trump may have gained a slight lead nationwide. However, the contest remains close, and the decisive battle is set to take place in a handful of crucial swing states.
He wants to have the power to attack American citizens, and he will. You're going to vote for the end of our country as we know it.
I heard this 8 years ago, 4 years ago.
They overthrew democracy when they threw Joe Biden out.
And she supports policies that will aid me specifically as a woman and as a member of the LGBT community.
Who are you going to be voting for?
Well, I just voted, come to find out.
I'm here in the great state of Pennsylvania. This is the most important state in the entire election. Out of all the 7 swing states, Pennsylvania holds the most electoral votes at 19. Most likely, whoever wins the state of Pennsylvania will win the election. Right now in Polymarket, the election is getting closer. As of right now, Donald Trump has a 65% chance of winning on a national level, and he has a 61% chance of winning here in Pennsylvania.
An exclusive USA Today Suffolk poll, released Friday, paints a vivid picture of the uncertainty. It shows Trump and Harris tied in Pennsylvania, one of the most critical swing states, with a high number of electoral votes. The outcome in states like Pennsylvania could tip the balance of the Electoral College and determine the next president. Weekend rallies in key battlegrounds. Both candidates are hitting the campaign trail hard, with appearances scheduled in key battlegrounds. Harris and Trump are set to cross paths in North Carolina on Saturday, a state both are vying to win. Trump will visit Charlotte and Greensboro and make a stop in Salem, Virginia. Meanwhile, Harris will attend a rally in Atlanta, Georgia, another pivotal swing state. The Washington Post poll, a statistical deadlock in Pennsylvania. A fresh poll from the Washington Post reveals just how tight the race is in Pennsylvania. Among likely unregistered voters, Harris holds a slim lead of 1 percentage point over Trump, 48% to 47%, well within the poll's margin of error of plus or minus 3.1 percentage points. The poll, conducted from October 26th to 30th, with 1,204 registered voters, indicates that voter enthusiasm is running high. A full 94% of respondents either have already cast their ballots or are certain to vote. Harris' a Forbes poll shows a slim lead for a Harris nationwide. A Harris' a Forbes poll released Thursday shows Harris narrowly leading Trump among likely voters, 49% to 48%, both nationwide and in the survey of over 4,500 registered voters and nearly 4,000 likely voters, conducted from October 27th to 29th, comes with a margin of error of plus or minus 1.5 percentage points. Interestingly, Harris' lead in the battleground states has shrunk from a more comfortable margin earlier in the month. The previous Harris' Forbes poll had her ahead by 4 points, 50% to 46%. The latest numbers indicate that a significant portion of voters remains undecided, with 10% of likely voters and 16% of all registered voters yet to finalize their decision. High stakes and uncertain outcomes as both campaigns make their final pushes. Voter turnout and enthusiasm are shaping up to be crucial factors. The battle for the presidency will likely be decided in the last moments, as both candidates focus on energizing their bases in these final critical days. Stay tuned for more updates as the election drama unfolds.